Today on thedailyEco, we'll explain 10 curiosities about axolotls. Let's dive in. 1. It retains larval traits throughout its life. It doesn't surpass its larval or juvenile stage, a phenomenon called neoteny, giving it a unique appearance. It belongs to amphibians, who in their larval stage have gills and a tail and gradually become independent of the aquatic environment as they undergo metamorphosis. However, axolotls retain these characteristics throughout their lives. This also means they can reach sexual maturity without undergoing metamorphosis. They could be considered giant tadpoles. 2. It can regenerate some parts of its body. They have the ability to regenerate their limbs when they lose them, as well as their heart, spinal cord, and parts of the brain, which keeps them youthful throughout their lives. Various studies on axolotls have been conducted, including successfully transplanting limbs from one specimen to another without rejection. When their new organs grow, they show no scars. 3. It's only found in Mexico. It primarily inhabits the lake area of Mexico City, in a limited system of canals. There are also much smaller and isolated populations in other places in Mexico like Toluca and Alquiquica. Currently, it's only found in Xochimilco, but it used to inhabit the entire canal network of the basin. This habitat is a swamp-like wetland, shallow with fresh water. They are completely dependent on water. 4. It has poor vision. Axolotls practically only see shadows and detect their food by the movement they can differentiate. They lack eyelids, so their eyes are always open. 5. It's carnivorous and sometimes cannibalistic. It eats worms, small fish, insect larvae, slugs, tadpoles, and virtually any very small living creature. This is achieved through their suction-type feeding, where they absorb water and anything small nearby. They have very small and atrophied teeth. They swallow the prey whole by suction and digest it in their stomach. Additionally, in certain situations, they can become cannibalistic, feeding on others of their species. If there is no food, they can fast for several weeks. 6. It's critically endangered. Predators pose a natural threat, such as herons, but pollution contaminating Lake Xochimilco is its main threat. The quality of its habitat has severely declined, and its occupied area is less than 10 square kilometers. It's important to consider that Xochimilco is nestled within one of the world's megacities, with all the impacts that entails. Selling axolotls as pets is another danger. 7. It can be of many colors. Generally, axolotls are brown, gray, black, or with dark spots, but there are also pinkish and albino specimens with pink or lilac gills. The latter are the ones that attract the most attention from people. The color of each axolotl depends on 4 different pigment genes. 8. False medicinal properties are attributed to it. Axolotls were consumed due to attributed rejuvenating properties, but these benefits are false. In pre-Hispanic cultures, it was also consumed to celebrate a feast for the fire god, as a sacred food. Currently, there are campaigns informing society not to eat them. Needless to say, this consumption practice is highly misguided. 9. It was important to pre-Hispanic cultures. The name axolotl means water monster in Nahuatl, and it was said to represent life, movement, and flow. It was also said to refuse to die and transform into maize, revealing information that wouldn't be known until centuries later about the regeneration and neoteny capabilities of this species. To this day, the axolotl remains a highly important symbol for Mexicans. 10. Its gills are external. The axolotl has very particular extensions coming out of its head, which are none other than its gills. With them, they capture the dissolved oxygen in the water that they need to transport to the blood and their cells. 10+1. It has a long lifespan. They can live between 12 to 15 years, a long lifespan for an amphibian. This may be due to their neotenic capabilities, which constantly renew some of their organs and cells. Tell us, which of these facts surprised you the most? Until next time, ecologists.